Hello friends, welcome back to another session of Docker. So in our last session we are done with the deployment of a fat jar file in Docker, and before to that we are done with the deploying a web application in your Docker container. So far we are done with this. Now we will revise our Docker commands, and we will see the architecture of our Docker container, life cycle of Docker container, architecture of Docker, how it is working internally. We will see that one. Okay, so let's get started with first with image related commands. So as of you are very familiar with this, you can we can quickly realize them. Quickly we can revise them. So Docker image related command will be started from Docker image. Okay, it will be started from Docker image, Docker image. After that one, which command you want to use? You can use any of them. Suppose if you want to build, you have to use build. If you want to see the history of image, you can use history. You want to save, you can use you want to save that image to some file, you can use that one. So which one you can use after this one? After that one you can use any of them. You can use any of them, either build, history, tag, any of them. Build, what is the use of build? What is the use of, if I use Docker image build, what will happen? If I use Docker image build, so what you are expecting? How you are building? You have to supply Docker file. You can build. We have seen this one, history, and after history, what you have to give? What you have to give? You can give any of them here. Like if it is a build command, then you have to give here Docker file. You have to give here Docker file or any other parameters. Image name, you have to give image name and tag. If you are build, if you are using history, then you have to give here image ID. If you want to import, that import I think we have not seen, we will see later. Inspect means you have to give image ID. Let's see inspect. I think inspect we have not done. So Docker image is inspect. So first images, how many images are there? Let's see. Then Docker image inspect and inspect this one. Copy and paste here. See. Some more details. ID, this is the ID, this is the repository tag. What is the repository tag? My web apps. Parent, there is no parent for this one. Created container, is there any container for this one? There is no container details. Container config, host name, domain name, it's not there because container is not there. Docker version, configuration, lot more details. See, path, user, local SBI, user, local bin, these are the paths it is using. Okay, what is the command prompt? We are starting here in this image. We are starting Tomcat. So this is a Tomcat startup command, it's there. So all details, how many layers it is using internally, these are the layers. All layers, one instruction is one layer. So like that, these many layers it is using. Some metadata like last tag, timestamp, when it's created, that time, the tag when we given this tag. So this is the inspection of image. Okay, clear once. So Docker image inspect, you have to give image ID. Similar history, we have seen history. Import we will see later. Load means load we have already done, I think. Yes, you can see here on load we have done. I think when we modified the container. After modified the container, we saved our image to some tar.zz file. So which tag we were using, which command we were using? Docker image save, to save the file to save the image to some file, tar.zz generally we are using. So save and load, similar docker image load, to load the image from the file. Okay, so this is the command that save, load, build, just build, like you have to pass docker file. If it is a build, then what you have to do? Build means what you have to do? You have to give image by like this T. Then you have to give image name and tag dot. This is in the minimum this configuration is required. Even this is also not required, but for better it is better to give the name and tag at the time of creation of image. So that's why you are giving. Build history, just after history, how will you see what you will give? You have to give only image ID or image name also you can give. Image name you can give. Import we will see later. Inspect, how can you do inspect? Simple, you have to use same approach. Okay, inspect, oh sorry, not import, inspect. For inspect you have to do this one. Load, to load the, if it is load, then what you have to give? You have to give input file I, then you have to give path of file dot tar dot z. That's only path of file, tar.zz file will be there. This will be path, this will be your path. Okay, something like that. Load, I think same. This is not that one. Yes, load I, input file path, that's it. Okay, ls means, what is the meaning of list? If you see here image ls, simply list the image, or else you can use full name list. Same, short form you can use, or you can use the long, that's it. ls will not accept any other. List images, it is just list the images, that's it. List the images. You cannot give anything, just I am marking here hash. Hash means this is just comment. Okay. List the image. Prune, to remove the unused images. Okay. Pull means, after pull what you have to give? Docker image pull. After that you have to give what? Image name and colon, then you have to give tag. So it will pull. What it will do now, tell me. What it will do? Pull the image from Docker hub. Okay. Push we have not seen so far, we have not done, we will see it later. Push means it will push the image to Docker hub. Okay. Remove, what you have to give? Image name, image name, or you can give here image id. And what will be the use of this one? To remove the image from Docker repository. Which repository? Local repository. Okay. Save. What is the meaning of save? What is the meaning of load? So it is reverse of that. You have to tell output file, and in this one you have to give the path of file or tar.gz. That's it. It will save the file. It will save the file to here what it is written, save one or more file, more images to tar.archive. That's it. That is only the introduction. Remove, to remove one or more images. You can do that also. Remove one or more images. To remove one or more images. To remove one or more images from Docker repository. Pull we will see later. Okay. See later. So these are the commands that tag. What is the use of tag? You have to give here image id, and then I think you can give here tag. We will see it. Tag. You have to give the tag. To give the tag, suppose currently if you see Docker Docker image tag, I want to give the tag for my web app, 1.0. so I want to give this tag to 1.0.0. will it work? Let's see now. Latest. Okay, understood. Let's come like this. One my web app, this one 1.0.0. now this you see list. So previously our tag was my web app 1.0. I have given another tag, my web app 0. That's it. So this is the use of image id. You have to give image id, image name, image name, and then tag. Then you have to give here another image image name and tag. That's it. Just make it some more further. To give the tag for image. That's it, simply. To give the tag for image. Okay. Build. What is the use of build? Write your description here. What is the description? What it will do? Build the image from where? From Docker file. Simple. And what it is doing? Show the read only layers of the image. That's it. Next we will see import later. What is this? Inspect. Show more details. You can say simply show the details of image. That's it. Load. What it is doing? Load the image from tar.gz zz file, standard input output, standard input output, standard stdio something, standard input output. Okay, leave it, that's it. And prune, what is the use of prune? To remove the unused, we have given this here, see. And ls list the, that's it. So these are the commands related to. So the question I will give here. Now what is our question? Our question is question number 50. What are the commands? What are the commands? Commands for doc, docker image. Just you have to keep in mind this table, this much is enough. Whatever we have done so far, image related functionality you can do. Import and push, we will see. Push, what it will do, we will write the description, we will see the syntax later, because currently we have not done that one. So push the image to Docker repository. Which Docker repository? Docker hub. And how it will push, you have to configure, import also we will see later, we will add the description also later. Okay, so this is the commands of Docker image related. Fine. Next, we have seen this one, Docker image, and there are some options are also there, like A stands for show all images, default. This is a default. If you don't write A, it's a default. Okay. F means you want to filter the image. Q means show only the IDs of the image. Suppose if I will show here Docker image Q, only Docker image, sorry, I think I started this one, AQ, not that one, not it, that one, Docker images, oh, it is started, close it, images Q. Okay, so this is also Q. If you want to see the details, see the only ID of the Q, you can see ID of the image. Clear it. Fine. And if you want to apply some filter also you can do. How will you do the filter? A is automatically, filter means, suppose I want to filter, currently show how many images are there. Images. How many images are there? Sorry. Docker images. How many are there? Total 4 images are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I want to show Docker images images filter only who containing web. Docker image list, it is not working, it should be Docker images web. Okay, simply filter with, don't give this F, used to filter the image, but it should work. Yes. So how many images are there that has containing web? 3 images are there. One is 1.0.0 and tag is the latest. Okay, but what is the use of then F? It's not working. bed format, expected name value. Okay, so you can simply filter with this one. Okay, fine, clear it. So these are the image related commands. Okay, next, docker image command helpful for, okay, you can get the help also. If you want to get help for any of the command, you can get suppose docker image import. We have not seen import import. We have not seen this one. I want to help the docker. So use what is the use? Docker import option file URL repository something. Import the content from tarball to create file system image. This is the alias. Import docker import something like that. Docker image import, docker import C change list M message string, so something like that. We'll see this later. So this is the information about your command. You can get the more information about your command. Okay, fine. Next, docker architecture. What is docker architecture? Docker architecture depicts how internally your docker is working, from where you are getting the images, and when you are hitting any command, who is taking that command, and who is executing this command. So so here some components are there in docker architecture. One is docker commands. So docker command is what? These all are our docker commands. Docker image, build, history, import. So these all are our docker commands. And this docker command where you are executing, that is called docker client. So this is your docker client. Wherever we are executing our command called docker client, this is our docker client where we are executing our command. Okay, currently our docker client is our terminal. Fine. So you can see docker client. What is docker client? A place where to execute the docker command called docker client. So this is your docker client. Your command you are writing on docker client, and docker client is communicating with docker daemon, or you can say docker server. That is nothing but your docker engine. Docker engine you can say, or docker server you can say. Okay, so docker client will communicate with docker daemon through HTTP request. HTTP protocol it is using to communicate. Means nothing, it is nothing but it's a rest call only. Docker is communicating with your docker server with the help of rest call only. And if you are and the docker daemon or docker server will communicate with your private docker repository. If any image or any container it is finding in your docker private docker registry. Okay, if that image is not available, then it will go for docker hub public registry. Docker public registry, it will search for the image if it is not there, and we can configure our another public docker repository if we want. Okay, so this is docker architecture. Docker client, a place where to execute the docker command. Docker daemon is nothing but it's a server that manage the images, container, volume, network, any other docker object. Docker registry contain all the docker images. Docker registry can be public or private. By default, images that will be created in your docker will be stored in your docker private registry in your local. And the communication between the docker client, docker daemon, docker server, docker registry will happen through HTTP or HTTPS communication. Okay, so this is the architecture of docker. Next, the life cycle of docker container. It's a straightforward, the general life cycle. Like you can create first your container will be created. First your container will be created. From creating state you can start your container. So from created state we can start our container. So container will be in running state. From running state we can directly delete the container. Forcefully we have to do rm. If it is running, if we want to delete we can do, but we have to do force. From running, if we want to start we can do, but if how it will be, no, from running it can come to stopped or kill state if we want to kill. So if it is stopped or kill, then it will come to stopped state. From stopped state we can again start it. And from running state we can pause the container and we can unpause the container, and from running state itself we can restart the container. These are the life cycle of the container. And run command is used to create and run. We already seen run command is used to create and run, both it is doing, but create command will only do the creation, only create the container. Run start you have to do again. So this arrow representing start, and restart command you can fire on running container to restart the container. And you can delete the container from running state, or from a created state also you can delete the container. It's up to your choice. It's a deleted rm you can do. From running if you are deleting, then you have to do force, but from created if you are deleting, you no need to do force. Okay, from running state you can fire stopped or kill command. Once you fired stop or kill command, your container will come to stopped state. From stopped state you can again fire start, so it will be coming again running state. From running, if you want to pause, you can pause, so it will come to paused state. Container will come to paused state. From paused, if you want to unpause, so you can fire unpause and it will come to running state. From running you can come to stopped state also. So like that, this is the life cycle of Docker container. What is difference between stopped and kill? Stopped used to stop the container in normally. I'm stopping normally, but kill used to stop container forcefully. If your container is not stopping, you are firing stop command, but it's not stopping due to some reason, then you can fire kill command. Forcefully it will stop. Stopped versus paused. What is the difference between stopped versus paused? Stopped means your container cannot accept any request, but paused means your container can accept the request, but the request will be processed whenever container will come in running state. Okay, so that is the difference. Stopped container can accept any request. The stopped container, if we place any request, then container will not respond it, so cannot. Paused container will accept any request. Stopped container cannot, it should be cannot. Stopped container cannot accept any request. If we place any request, then container will not respond it, because container is not up. But in case of paused, container will accept any request and give the response when container will be resumed or unpaused. So this is the difference between paused and stopped state, and kill and stop. Okay. Now this diagram, what you understand from this diagram? Can you write me in the comment section what it is? Suppose as of you know, image is nothing but a read only layered form of template. Suppose you have an image that has an Ubuntu. On top of Ubuntu you have installed Java. On top of Java you have installed Tomcat, and you also have installed MySQL in the container. So you calculate the size. Suppose 50 MB size is there for Ubuntu, 50 MB size is there for Java, 50 MB Tomcat, 50 MB MySQL, total 200 MB size. Okay, on top of this one you are deploying your application, my app, that is size is 60 MB. That size is 60 MB. So total image size, which what will be the total image size? Total image size will be 260 MB. That makes sense, because 200 MB these all these images are there, and 60 MB your application. So total 260 MB. Similarly, if you are creating another container with same configuration, same Ubuntu, same Java, same Tomcat, same MySQL, so definitely this will be 200 MB and 70 MB your application. So total size of image, how much it will be? Only 70 MB. This 200 MB, it will reuse the same, because it is the same you are installed, same you are using, same Ubuntu version, same Java version, same Tomcat, same MySQL. So it will not replicate in this image again, it will reuse this one. That's why this is reusable images. All are images, one Ubuntu one image, Java one image, Tomcat one image, MySQL one image. So all are reusable image, so that will be reused across the images. Only in one image it will be counted all the image size, and other image sizes it will be only just size of your application. It will reuse the same, because actually this is saved separately in your repository, so it will reuse from that only. Okay, so this is all about the image size. Next, Docker container command. Container related commands also are there, we will see that one. So many commands are there. So how will you execute this one? Docker container command. So what are the commands related to container? What are the commands for Docker container? Docker containers. How many commands are there? 51. So Docker container commands are docker container, not image, docker container, docker container. You have to give your commands here. How many commands are there? So many we have seen so far. We'll see this later. All we will see this later, but we'll understand once. Sorry. Yes. Okay, so these are the commands. Yes. Attach container, attach. You want to get attached with the container. We have seen this command to just attach with the container. Attach local standard input output error stream of running container. That's it. We have seen this command. Already. Next, commit. What is the meaning of commit? Commit is used to create the image from modified container. Create a new image from containers changes, means you modified the container. Similar, we have seen this example. We created one Ubuntu container. In that container we modified something. We did some modification, and from that modified container I want to create image. So we can do that one using commit command. Okay, next, cp. What is the meaning of cp? Copy. What you want to copy? Create a new image from containers change. No, this one. Yes, this is Control X and paste. So copy file, just cp stand for copy. Copy file or folder between a container and a local file system. Simply you can do how it will be. Attached, what you have to give after attach? What you have to give? You have to give container ID, container ID you have to give. Container ID you have to give. Okay. Commit, what you have to give? Container ID. You have to give container ID only. Next, cp. Cp means you have to copy the file from container. Copy, you have to give container id. I am not sure whether what will be the syntax, but we will see this one. You have to give the source file, destination file, and container name, I think, or container id. So in that container it will pull place the, or it will copy the file. Okay. Create means what? You have to give here image id, image id or name, image name, and other also you can give, like container name and all you can give to create the container. So this is just to create a new container. To create a new container, we have seen this command also. Okay. Next, diff. Diff means it will show the difference between container, inspect changes to the files or directory on a container's file system. Means how many changes you have done in your container. To see that changes, you can use diff. You can use diff. Inspect changes to files or directory on containers file system. See, containers is also like a virtual machine. In that one there is a directory structure, everything is there. So what are the changes you have done in your container? You want to see, so you have to use diff. After diff, I think you have to give container id. We'll see this one. We'll see, because I'm just writing. I'm not sure whether this is the correct syntax. Sometime syntax might be changed, but let's see. Exe just it is used to enter into running container. Execute a command in running container. Correct. We have seen this one also. Okay. Next, export. What is this of import export? We have seen. We have not seen this one. Inspect, similar to image. If you want to inspect container, you can inspect the container. And export containers file system to a tar archive. That's it. What export is doing? It is exporting the files, exporting the containers file system as a tar or archive. That's it, simple. Next, inspect. What inspect is doing? It is inspecting or giving more information about the container. That's it. This is the meaning of inspect. Display detailed information on one or more container. Kill means kill one or more running container. To kill the container. Container id you can give and you can kill the container. If you want to see the logs of the container, you can see the logs of the container. To see the logs of the container, 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 to see the logs of the container. List, to see the list of container. I'm writing, I'm not copy pasting. From here you can also answer what is the use of all the commands. To list the containers. Simple. Pause, to pause the container. Running container, if you want to pause, you can pause. Just you have to give container id. Pause. Port means rename. Pause. List port mapping. So port mapping, how many port mappings are there? It will list the port mapping. Port means it will list the port mapping. List the port mapping. Pause means what? Pause all processes within the one or more container. Will pause the container or container process, it will pause. Okay. Next, prune. We have seen this prune. Remove all stopped container. Prune means remove all the containers. Remove all the stopped container. Prune. Rename. If you want to rename the container, you can easily rename also. Rename the container from name itself. You are understanding what would be the purpose. If you want to restart the container, give the container id and restart. You can do that also. Restart the container. Yes, you can do that. You can restart the container also. If you want to remove the container, you can remove the container. RM stands for remove. We have seen this command to remove the container, to remove the containers, containers, whatever, one or more containers you can remove. Create a new, so run command we have seen very well. What does it mean? It will do create and run a new container, enter into the container, so many things it is doing. Okay, start, it is just starting a container in background mode, in background, start the container in background. Okay, next states will give the states mean only the states of the display the live streams of contents and resource image statistic. Stop. Okay, we'll see this one. Display the live streams of contents, containers resource uses statistic. If you want to see the states of a container, like we'll show the live, we'll see this one through example, we will understand this one. Stop one or more container. If you want to stop the container, you can do so, you can do that one. If you want to stop the container, if you want to unpause, which container you will unpause, unpause is whenever the container is in paused state, then that can be unpaused. So pause also will be there, pause command is there, yes, pause command is there. So unpause the same container. Okay, so display all running process of container. What is this display? Display the running process of container. Display the display running containers. What is this? Okay, display the running process of the container. Okay, unpause all the stop, top, sorry, top is this only. Display the running process of container. I think this is the meaning of top. We'll see this one. Top means display the running processes of the container. How many containers process is running, it will show top. And unpause whatever the container is in paused state to make them running, unpause. Next, update. Update means what? Update the configuration one or more container. We'll see this one. We have not done so far. I think we have not done. Wait and all also we have not done. But just go through once. What is the use of that one? Wait. Block until one or more container stop. So you just simply wait, putting container into waiting state, that's it. Blocking the container, that's it. So these are the commands related to container and these commands are related to image. Okay, fine. And file related commands, I think we have already done. What is the use of from? From is telling used to create an image from base image. Label will tell the owner information of the Docker file. Okay, that's it. Some question and answers are there. I think we can do this in our next session because some questions are there, some more questions, and we will make some clarity on this one. Then we will start with our next topic. Okay guys, thank you and have a nice day. We'll see you in the next session.